So we're gonna start in a shell stretch. So just bring your ruler to the top of your mat and just take your hands like we did last week past the roller. So it ends up maybe mid forearm, but definitely above your wrist. And you're just taking your feet together. Your knees are wide, so keep them wide, and then just allow yourself just to stretch back to your heels and drop down. Now don't try to jam your head down, just let it suspend in that space between your shoulders. And we're just going to take a couple of deep inhales here. Try to feel the ribs expand, but as you exhale, this is where we really want to feel that traction of dropping your tailbones down and feeling that length, a little bit of length through the crown of your head. So let's do that again. Take a deep inhale. Feel those ribs expand, feel the spine lengthen. And then as you exhale, there's a little bit of traction we're trying to create from the center of your spines, down through the tailbone, out through the crown of the head. We're going to do one more focused breath. So take an inhale. And then exhale, just let it go, but try to think of that traction on your spine. Roll yourself up to a seated position, and along with that, just bring the roller in. And then roll it back out so you can place your hands underneath your shoulders on the roller. Fingers are down the slope. Find your neutral pelvis. So in this position here, try to focus on the scapula staying down. We're going to start with a micro bend of the elbows. So all we're doing is aiming them out to the sides. You tip your torso down about halfway and then press up. And the focus of this is on the up. So as you go down, there's a width on the shoulders, a width on the elbows, but as you straighten, feel the shoulder blades widen. So again, inhale. Now really use your hands. Feel your fingers press into the roller. We're going to do 3 more. So waking up that shoulder girdle stability system. Exhale, you press. And again, take an inhale. And exhale, you press up straight. One more time, deep inhale. As you exhale, push long. Now stay here. Round your back into that first cat stretch and let the roller just roll away slightly. So again, a little bit of stretch on your shoulders. As you straighten your back, roll the roller in and bring it past to your fingertips. So not keeping on the palms or under the palms, but to your fingertips. So you're rolling through the spine into that scoop position, push the roller away. You're on the heel of your hands. And then as you lengthen back, pull it in and come to your fingertips. Now, as you continue to do this, you should feel a little more connection into your glutes, the back of your legs, your abdominals, just because of the angle you're on and because of that lightness we have across the arms. So a couple more. Take an exhale to really feel that length. One more time, feel that scoop as you roll it away. And then just let it drag in. And now from here, take the roller to its vertical position. Left hand's on top. You're going to bring your right leg forward. So we're in this low lunge position. Heel under the knee, your hand is firmly pressing down, and we're just starting here with an easy hinge. So don't go to a full range, just try to explore that movement in your hips and both hips without losing your neutral alignment and your core stability. So just a couple more, feel that reach forward, keep the knee tracking over your foot. Last one, and then return. Now from here, make sure that back leg, the foot is grounded, the knee is underneath your hip. Push down through that hand that's on the roller. Hover the knee up just a bit, just a little bit, and then bring it down. So just 2 more. So feel the glute, push hard through the hand and your front foot, and then bring it down. One more time. So just waking up those hip stabilizers and mobilizers, hold it. Bring it down, and then let's switch sides. So right hand is on the roller. Left foot is forward. take your left hand. I'm just gonna do this so you can see me at the front. So take your left hand, place it at your hip, right at that pelvic crest there, and then really use it to drop or guide your hip down. So your sits bone, that left sits bone is reaching. You start off with that hinge and then bring it back. And again, it's not an end range. We're not going to this really deep passive lunge. We want to just keep the connection across the back of the right leg and the back of the left leg. One more time, just nice and easy. Remind yourself to keep those hips leveled. And then from here, curl that back foot under, push down through that right hand, and we hover, hold it. Good, so working the toes, working your knee, your hip, and then bring it down. 2 more. Press down through the arm, hover, hold it there, and then just bring it down. Nice, you guys, tone that back glute, pull those abs in, exhale, hover and hold, and then bring it down. All right, so from here, bring the roller back down underneath your hands. Keep your hands a little bit wider, so think thumbs aligning to your shoulder joints. Your knees are going to be under the hips, so they're just that regular hip distance apart. Take an inhale, exhale, hover your knees off, but come up high enough that your back is parallel to the ceiling. And then bring it down. So really feel your spine lengthen. Adrian, really pull those shoulders down. And then hover. Hover and hold. Back is straight. Reach your chest forward. And then lower it down. Nikki, bring yourself back behind the roller a bit. I think your knees maybe a little further back. There you go. So as you exhale, hover and then go up higher. Nikki, just a little higher with your pelvis. And then lower it down. So now you're staying up there on this next one. And you can either just stay and hold it or go into the variation with the legs. So we're hovering up. Now think about that previous exercise. Push hard through your left foot and just lift the right leg up. And then bring it down. Now push hard through the right foot. Lift the left leg up. And then lower it down. Lower your knees. One more time. So take an inhale. As you exhale, hover and hold. Set those shoulder blades. Now push hard through the foot that's staying down as you lift the other leg. And then place the foot and then push hard through that grounded foot. Lift the other one. Beautiful, you guys. Nice. And then bring it down. Let your knees drop wide again. Relax your feet. Roll the roller away. So you're back into that long back shell stretch. Take a deep breath in. Exhale. Let your head shake just side to side. Take another deep inhale. And then exhale. Roll yourselves up. And you're bringing yourself onto your back with the feet on the roller. So legs are going to be, again, hip distance apart. Pelvis and spine are neutral. And just start off here, just so that we're getting a little bit of just movement, emphasizing movement in our legs. Have the roller underneath your toes, so your heels are off, and you're just gonna roll it away and then pull back in. So don't overemphasize your ankle joint movement, just let the ankle stay in that joint position it starts with. So this is a little bit more called plantar flexion. So it's like you're in your high half toe on the reformer. And as you go through this sort of swinging motion of your legs, check in to make sure your pelvis is neutral. So as your legs go away, don't let the back arc, your ribs are down, arms are long but active in the shoulder girdle. Let's do a couple more. And press down as you roll. Press down as you bring it in, press down and out. And then pull it in. So walk the feet now so that the arches are on the roller. So your feet, again, don't curl the toes under, keep them long. Keep your pelvis neutral, and we're hovering our hips off. So just a little hip lift. We're not tucking, we're not rounding. So your pelvis, if you place your hands on your pelvis and just have a triangle shape with it, all 3 points are on the same plane. Hold it up there and then bring it down. So again, exhale, feel those abdominals connect at the front, but as we hover, you should feel your lower back muscles working. Your outer hips are also in your inner thighs. So everything is active, and then bring it down. So again, exhale, hover, shoulders drop, arms stay reaching, relax your jaws, stay neutral, and then bring it down. So we have 2 more with this hover. Feel those inner thighs almost like they're spiraling down to the floor, and then bring it down. 1 more time. So hover, and then just when you come down, check in that your back isn't arcing. So just make sure you're really landing in that neutral. And again, walk your toes to the tip of the roller, and we roll it out. 1. And again, 2. Nice and easy, push down and out. Pull it in, do 2 more, bring it in, last 1, and then bring it in. Now walk your feet back so the arches are on. Keep your pelvis neutral. We're going back to that hover, but adding in a bridge. So just make sure the roller isn't too close to you. Anastasia, just roll it, yeah, just a little bit, there you go. So take an inhale. You're hovering the pelvis off. Now, take another inhale. On the second exhale, drive those hips up. Don't let the roller move. And then you bring it right down. So again, so we'll start with this 4 breath. It's exhale to hover. Stay here on the inhale. And then exhale, push up. And then inhale down. 1 more time with this breath. So it's a hover. Stay on the inhale. Drive your hips up, push your arms down, lower it down. So now we're going to use, so this is just distributing your breath a little more conscientiously through that movement. 1 exhale to do the hover and then bridge, 1 inhale to come down. So here we go, take that inhale, exhale, hover, keep exhaling, push, inhale down. So again. And then inhale down. 3 more, you guys. So hover, press it up, and then bring it down. Keep the spine neutral. Use the maximum amount of exhale to bridge right up, and then lower it down. This is your last one. So hover, and then press it up, and bring it down. So again, roll it away. Toes on the roller, roll it away, pull it in. And again, press down and out and pull it in. Find that rhythm, just reach, couple more, keep it under your feet. And last one, push away and pause. So from here, roll the roller right up towards your sits bones and just drape your legs over. So it should almost feel in this position a little bit of traction in your lumbar spine and a little bit almost like your glutes, your butt is being lifted off a bit. So you have it high enough up that your legs can just drop to this rotated position, feet are on the floor. And we're just gonna start off here with just reaching the arms up. As you exhale, push your arms overhead. And now, circle the arms around. As you do, nod your head, flex your spine, and reach forward. And then bring it down. So we're going to do this and think about a little bit of a tip in the pelvis as you flex forward. And then you bring it down. So integrating that upper body movement with the movement of the arms, circling, and then bring it down. Now find that deep exhale. Set your shoulders, allow for a little bit of a tip in the pelvis, and then let it release as you move down. 1 more time in this direction, and then bring it down. So now the arms come forward, you flex, and then they sweep around. And again, just 3 more. Allow the lower back to drop, keep your legs heavy, pull it around. And last 2, reach. And then sweep it around. Palms are up, 1 last time. So flex, and then pull it around and pause. So from here, You're going to take your feet back to parallel. Lift your hips up and bring the roller directly underneath your lower back. And that same sense of having traction on your lower spine, you should be feeling here. So the sacrum at the base of your spine is supported. Your pelvis is easily tipped back, which means you can lift your legs up tabletop, and there's very little shifting across your torso. Your arms, you can place them down alongside you, or if it feels better, you can place them alongside the, pressing into the sides of the rollers. Focus on the shoulders staying heavy, arms active, and now you're just going into this toe tap and switch, switch, switch. So try to really focus on that movement, reciprocal movement, keep it going, use the breath, get the legs moving a little quicker, down, switch, down, down, down. So get that activation, 4 more, for 3, make sure the rest of your body is free of tension, last set, and now pull the legs up hip distance apart, flex your feet, push both legs away, 1, pull them in, and again, 2. So there's gonna be a little bit of a roll in the roller as you pull your knees in. That's fine, but just make sure your abdominals latch on as the legs straighten out. 2 more, 2, 1 more time for 1. So from here, bend in, lengthen your toes now. As you reach your left leg long, reach the right leg up. So you're in this scissor position, bend them both back to that tabletop. Other way, reach, and then pull it in. And again, stretch it out, focus on your lower back, staying heavy, bring it in 1 more time, and then we'll add to it, and then bring it in. So from here, stretch them in opposition. Now, take your legs, cross them over so they crisscross, squeeze the inner thighs together, uncross them, and bend them back in. So opposite direction, left leg up, right leg down. Now think of your inner thighs wrapping and spiraling together, really pull. Use the roller to really keep your back even. You shouldn't be shifting to one side. And then bring it in, bend it in. 2 more, stretch it out. And then just squeeze them across, reach the feet in opposite directions, uncross, pull it in. Last one, we reach away and then cross it over, work the inner thighs. Feel that coil up through to your lower abdominals, uncross, bring it back. Now, just alternate one leg out then the other and start to pick up the pace, just like we did with the toe taps. Reach, 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 nice and loose across the quads, so don't snap the knees, relax your feet. 4 more for 3, last 2, and stop. So place the feet down and just lift your hips up, and we're just gonna bring ourselves now back to a 4-point kneeling. So come on up. You're gonna take your hands, your forearms, and now your forearms are on the roller. So setting up for this, your legs will be a little bit wider. So think maybe shoulder distance apart with your knees and keep your shins parallel. Start the roller again just above the wrist, okay? Setting your scapula, you're rolling the roller forward and then pull it back in. So you have to gauge how far you're able to roll or where your roller starts based on how your back is able to stabilize. So if you feel you have to round your spine to get movement, you probably need to start the roller a little closer into you. So let's just do a couple more. Exhale, and now 1 more time, and reach away and pause. So wherever you are with the roller, walk it in so it's a little bit closer towards your elbows. So palms are facing in. Activate your scapula. Now make sure your hips are behind your knees. You're taking your right hand to your forehead. If that's too much, Bring it to your opposite shoulder. So wherever it is, keep the roller still for the first two, and you're gonna rotate. Now, when you rotate here, the energy or the connection in your left shoulder should be very light. Okay, you're not bearing down on that forearm. And then come back. One more time, keep the roller still, rotate. So your abdominals are pulling you up. And then bring it down. Now, integrate rolling the roller away as you rotate. And then pull it back in. And again, rotate it away or push it away as you rotate, pull it back in. So that's where your abdominals really have to be holding on. Move it back in. We have 3 more. Rotate 3. Keep the energy on the roller light. 2. 1 more time. And 1. So set it up with the other side. Left hand at the forehead or across the torso. Start with just the rotation. Don't move the roller. Bring it back. Do that 1 more time. So rotate, keeping the roller still. And then bring it back. So now, roll the roller away as you rotate. That's it. And then pull it in. It's not a big roll. Palm facing in, Isabel. So yes, there you go. So the focus is on just being able to freely move the roller as we spiral the spine. You have 3 more. Very nice. Good work, you guys. 2. 1 more time for 1. And then just bring it down. Excellent. Push the roller away. Try to see if you can just transition into this next one without a shell stretch back. Bring your forearms down to the floor now. Palms facing down. Legs are still that same distance apart. Make sure your lower back is supported with the abdominals and just hover off. So we're just lifting up into this hover. Stay there. And then bring it down. So again, exhale. Hover and hold. Stay there. And then bring it down. Now, we're going to add to this. This is not about the legs, it's about the shoulders. So if your legs can straighten, great. Otherwise, just really focus on your hips going back and up and your spine staying strong and long. So you're doing the same thing, you're hovering. And then from here, you're pulling your hips back and up. Your legs may or may not straighten. That's not the point, is trying to get that energy around your shoulder girdle. Hover your knees, bring it down. You have 2 more. So as you exhale, hover. There it is. Now, push your hips back and up. Very nice. Hover back down, lower it down. 1 more time. So use the floor. As you hover, imagine you're trying to pull your forearms together. Press back, hips go back, the legs may or may not straighten. Beautiful. Come to your hover and down you go. Excellent. Now take yourself back into that shell stretch. Again, just with your breath, a couple of easy inhales. You might just feel your spine sort of swing into this lifted flexion or rounded position, and then exhale, roll back out and get a little bit of length. And again, just a little bit of flexion. Feel your lower back tip. So you're really stretching it out, and then feel that length. 1 more time. Round your back, feel that pulling in, and then just exhale, let it go. Okay, so we're coming back to the roller being vertical with your left hand pressing down, your right foot forward, toes of the left foot curled under. Now use that gauge with your right hand again, just to really keep that right hip, that right sits bone down. Here we are, we're pushing, emphasizing front leg, front hand pushing down, back to your hover, but now straighten. So nice and easy, go back to your hover, lower it down. So again, hover, and then straighten. And then back to your hover, you bring it down. One more time, and then we're gonna add to it. So push down through that arm, feel your shoulder girdle, pull up, and then back to the hover, bring it down. So take your roller and just place it more in front of that front foot. So your arm is reaching well ahead of you. You're gonna do the same thing. You hover, you come up, but now can you shift off that foot? Don't worry about the height of the back leg. Try to place it back, find your hover, lower it down. So 2 more. There's a hover, push through your arm. You come up straight, but then transfer into that front leg. Little lift of the back leg. And then back to your hover, lower it down. One more time. There's the knee hover. We straighten it on the way up and then transfer onto that front leg. On the way back, we go right down to the hover, lower it down. So other side. So I'll do it facing you, left foot forward, hand is pushing down. So we're trying to access, yes, obviously the legs are working, core is connected, but trying to remind ourselves with that hand on the roller of getting into that shoulder girdle. So start off again with just that hover and then back down. Do that one more time. That hover, hold it there, bring it down now. Same thing, you hover, but then push the legs straight. Back down to your hover and let it go. Work your front leg. So push hard through the front leg to lift the knee. Straighten. There's a shift because that leg pushes you back. You go back to the hover, bring it down. One more time, you guys. These look strong. Use your hand. And then you push up. Go back to the hover, lower it down. Place the roller forward. So, exact same thing, 3 reps. You find your hover. You straighten. Now you have to transfer by just shifting. Don't worry about the height. Find that balance. Beautiful. Right back to the hover. Down you go. 2 more. Hover. Get your legs straight. So there's a shift back before we shift forward. And then find that hover. Nice, Adria. Drop it down. One more time. So hover. And then straighten. And then shift. Find your balance. Pull it back. Lower it down. Excellent. Okay. Let the roller go. Lie down completely. Take a shell stretch if you want. You're going to lie down on your stomach, hands underneath your forehead. We'll just take a moment here. Just relaxing your body. Let your legs shake out, rolling in and out. Really relax across the hips, the lower back, and then start to move your legs, same movement, but they move the same direction. So as opposed to that in and out, they're both moving sort of side to side in the joint. So the feet stay still, just let them turn. And then you're bending your legs, and we're gonna do the same thing, just let the knees, the feet rather swing side to side. And then from here, center them, and then go back to them, and you can cross them as they cross over the middle. So out, and then in. So medial, lateral, rotation. And now stretch the legs back out. Take them a little bit wider than your hips. Legs stay externally rotated, so turned out. Reach your hands out in front of you. So arms and legs are reaching. Tip of the nose is on the mat. We start off reaching our left arm, our right leg, the head hovers. Hold it there, and then bring it down. So try to use this as more of an exhale where you're being pulled off the floor versus pushing down through the floor. And that includes your ribs, your navel, your hips. Keep it light. One more time. Exhale, left arm, right leg. They reach away. Your neck is long. And then lower it down. One more time. Reach and lift. And then bring it down. From here, you guys, everything lifts off. We have 3. And then down you go. And again, reach away and up. So lengthen, 2. And then bring it down. This last one, we stay up there. So feel that length. Pivot your thumbs up to your ceiling. And we move into a swimming. So arms and legs move in opposition. And take a long inhale, long exhale. Keep it going. Exhale, one more deep, long inhale in. Exhale, pause, reach through everything, and let it go. Let yourself just stay here for a moment, completely relax your legs, your belly, your pelvis, your shoulders into the mat. Couple of deep inhales, deep exhale, and again, deep inhale, and let it go. And now from here, just shift back into a shell stretch again. Take your time. Your head is dropped, feet are together, knees can be wide. Good. Okay, so bring yourselves up. So we're gonna work on a plank, a forearm plank. So you're gonna take the roller, and I'm just gonna show you, you're gonna be, like, it's gonna be on this side of your body. So just how I am now, just on the floor. So where you're gonna be is the roller is gonna be from above your knee. Okay, definitely have it above the knee. You're not resting on your chest. You want it to be off to the left side. So I have it underneath my left side. Both arms are bent with the elbows under my shoulders. And then when you're there, you're just gonna press the right leg back. So the left side's being supported. We don't wanna collapse into it. Use the roller for that reference. Feel your lower back lengthen by almost tucking your glutes. So you're gonna stay here, and now as you exhale, see if you can lift your right foot off, and then bring it down. Exhale, tone, lift the left leg. Not a big range, bring it down. Now from here, there's gonna be a little bit of a shift, but can you lift your left arm? Reach it forward, bring it down. We'll stay there and do that one more time. So right leg, keep that connection in your core. Bring it down. Left leg, push your forearms down. And now exhale, push hard through the right arm, left foot to float the left leg off, or left arm, I'm sorry, off. Place it down, stay here. Now from here, can you hover off your roller? Just skim off the roller, hold it for 4, for 3, 2, and come down. Bring yourself off the roller, take a couple of cat stretches. Lengthen it long. One more time, roll it under. And then stretch it long, and then we do the other side. So the roller, again, is off to the side. It's not causing any pressure or discomfort on your chest. You want it off to the side, just as a reference, not to collapse more onto it. So get your forearms lined up, get your torso, the right side of your torso on there, tuck through your lower back, feel those glutes engage, bring the other leg back. Now push through your arms. So from here, we're doing the same thing. Lift your left leg, hold it, and then bring it down. And the neck is long, lift the right foot. Tone the glutes, keep those abs zipped up at the front, bring it down. Now push through your left forearm to reach the right arm forward. And then bring it down. Reconnect. Don't collapse on the roller. Lift the left foot again. And then bring it down. As you exhale, lift the other foot. Push through those arms. And then bring it down. One more time, you guys. Push hard through the left forearm. Reach the right hand. And then bring it down. Now stay here. Push those forearms down. And you're gonna hover off the roller. You're suspended off it. Nice little higher, Anastasia, for 4, for 3, 2, and bring it down. Excellent work. Stretch back. Take your time. You're gonna come on to the roller on your back. So just take your time with getting on there. Do your stretch, but once you're ready, when you go back down or onto your back, just take your time really getting every vertebrae into the roller. Try to keep a little more of a tip of your pelvis, a drop of the chin. Keep your arms out to the sides, palms are up. And we're just starting off here, focusing the breath into the spine so that it can sink down. And as you exhale, the back of your hands stay on your floor for as long as you can as you reach overhead. So once the back of the hands start to come off, that's about where you are for your range. And then just bring them back down. The forearms will relax, the elbows will bend. So again, there's this sort of opening out, reaching like an umbrella opening, and then folding up. As soon as the back of the hands start to lift, that's your range, and bring it down. This is just meant to help stretch out the shoulders. Let's do 2 more. Remind yourself to keep the lower back anchored. Don't let it arc away to try to achieve more range. And then just let it come down. The elbows drop to the floor. One more time, you guys. Feel it slide out. Chin drops, neck is long. And then just bring it down. So take your arms and just now bring them down alongside you, palms facing down. Have them a little bit wider than your mat. Your feet a little bit wider than hip distance. And we're just going to go into that rolling over to the right and then just roll through the spine over to the left. And unlike previous classes where we've tried to keep the side that we're going towards lifted, here just allow it to drop a little bit. So we're trying to really emphasize the roller moving across your lower back and the bottom of your rib cage. So allow for that shift and then just reset through the center over to the right, couple more. Really relax your breath, keep your chin down, and finish off with one more to the left and then just center yourself. So from here, walk your feet a little bit closer in, still wide hip distance. You're reaching your arms overhead. And just a couple of times with the arms here, all you're doing is this soft bend of the elbows. Even your hands are sort of just dangling off the wrists, and then they reach out as they come by your hips. So they stretch over as they normally would, just straighten energetically. But as they come down, there's a softness, shoulder blades, elbows, hands are just hanging from the wrists, and then reach. One more time. So stretch overhead, keep the ribs down, and then this just glide of your shoulders, elbows, fingers, reach. So we're going to add to that. Your arms start overhead. Take an inhale. So as you exhale, you roll your hips, your spine, the arms move through that loose movement. Inhale. And then exhale, keep the arms straight as you roll yourselves back down. So again, as you exhale, we're going to do a count of 5, 4, 3, 2. You're at the top on 1. Deep inhale. And then roll. 1 exhale down. 3, 4, and 5. So again, deep inhale. Manage your breath so that you have a full exhale to roll up on the count of 3, 2, 1. Deep inhale. And then a full exhale to roll back down. 3, 2, and 1. Let's do one more time. Inhale. Exhale. Peel yourselves off. 4, 3, 2, reach through the hands on 1. Deep inhale. And then just soften it back down. Let your pelvis tip in the air. Roll. And now with your arms overhead, take them a little wider so you can go back to that place where the back of the hands are on the floor. Walk your legs out so that they're straight. They're out on a diagonal, so limbs are putting you in this star shape. And you're reaching across your right arm, your left leg. So you're feeling that stretch diagonally across your body. Deep inhale. And then exhale, just let it go. And again, other side. Long, deep inhale. Reach, feel that diagonal pull. And then exhale, just let it go. One more time each side. So there's that reach across. You're feeling the ribs shift a bit. Try to just keep that sacrum and lower spine, or lower pelvis rather, anchored, lower rib cage, and then let it go. One more time. So don't let your back arc to achieve this movement. So that is just this little bit of a slide across the pelvis. So walk your hands back down alongside you, walk your feet in, and then from here, pull the right knee into your chest, allow the pelvis to tuck back, take the right hand out to counterbalance and pull the left knee in with pull your right knee in with your left hand. So you're just pulling in, allow the back to tip off, and then only if this feels good, slide the left leg long. And when you slide it long, allow it almost to drop off the side of the roller. So it's like your legs are getting a little bit wider as one's being pulled in and the other one's reaching away. Your spine is still on and dropping into the roller. And then drag that left foot in, place the right foot down, and let's switch. So the left leg comes in, the right arm grabs it, tuck it in first. And this is, you can stay here if this is good enough for your stretch. And you just want to keep that lower back long. Otherwise, slide the right leg down. And then when you drop it with an exhale. Just let your body sink with the weight of the leg. Let the back of the leg release to the floor and keep it again sort of more off to the side of your roller. And exhale. And then just place both feet down. And here you can either keep your legs bent or slide them long, whatever works for you. The back can be relaxed, but don't let it arc too much. Palms are up. And just gently close your eyes, or just let your eyes cast downwards along the ridge of your nose. And we're just going to take an inhale. And almost exaggerate the breath moving up into your breastbone. And then as you exhale, the breastbone drops down, but it also slides towards your pelvis. So we're sort of thinking of it dropping down to the floor and then down along the front of your spine. So again, inhale. It rises up like it's trying to reach up towards your forehead. And then as it goes down to the roller, but then down the front of your spine. And so now with the next inhale, you're going to incorporate more into your belly with that cue. So inhale. And then as you exhale, just let it drop down. And let it roll down the front of your spine towards your lower back. And again, deep inhale. And exhale. Let it go. One more time. Let the inhale be long. And then exhale. Let the breath out. Relax it out. Let your jaw slack, your shoulders hang over. And then just find a regular breathing pattern. And then walk your legs in. And we'll come off the roller. Good, you guys, we'll finish there. Great work. Thank you for a great series. Let me know if you have any feedback. This is our last class. This is recorded. So once I get it, I will send it to everybody. And yeah, if you have any feedback or questions, just let me know. We'll see you guys soon. Thanks. Have a great weekend. Bye.
Thanks, Carla. Bye.
Thank you.